soft porch.
Hey everyone, I'm Alex Warren, born Alexander Warren Hughes on September 18, 2000, in Carlsbad, California. From the very beginning, music was my escape. My dad, James, gave me my first Fender guitar when I was just 5 years old. He introduced me to Linkin Park, Train, and Coldplay, and those songs became the soundtrack of my childhood. But everything shattered when I was 9. My dad had been fighting kidney cancer for years. He beat it 3 times, but the 4th time took him from us. Watching him suffer and then losing him, that pain still lives in every note I write. After Dad passed, my mom, Lisa, spiraled deep into alcoholism. The house turned chaotic. She wasn't really present anymore. I remember coming home from school and finding empty bottles everywhere. At 18, she kicked me out. I could only take what I owned, basically my camera and a laptop. I was broke, homeless, sleeping in my friends' cars because my mom had told their parents I was trouble. I never got invited inside their houses. Some nights I'd bus tables at a restaurant and eat the leftovers from customers' plates just to survive. Those cold nights in the car, I'd sing into my phone and post on TikTok. Little did I know those raw videos would one day change everything. During that same dark period, I met the love of my life, Kuva Annan, on Snapchat in 2018. She moved from Hawaii to California to be with me. We literally built our relationship while living in that car together. We faced hunger, uncertainty, and fear side by side. But we never gave up on each other. In June 2024, we got married in a beautiful garden ceremony. The same woman who stood by me through homelessness became my wife and my biggest inspiration. I was one of the founding members of Hype House in 2019. I even came up with the name. We lived in that big house in the LA Hills with Addison Rae, the D'Amelio sisters, and others. It gave me a roof over my head again, but deep down I always knew music was my real calling. I started writing seriously at 13, right after losing Dad. Songs like One More I Love You were my way of processing the grief. I released my first independent tracks in 2021, signed with Atlantic Records in 2022, but the real explosion came in February 2025 with Ordinary. I wrote Ordinary for Kuva after our wedding. It's a love song that celebrates how she makes my ordinary life feel extraordinary. No one believed it would blow up the way it did, but it hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 6 weeks, spent 12 consecutive weeks at #1 in the UK, the longest for a US male solo artist in decades, and 16 weeks in Australia. Over 1.8 billion streams and still climbing. It became the song of 2025. Then came my debut album, You'll Be Alright, Kid, in 2025, a 21-track journey. Chapter 1 focused on grief and pain. The full album added healing, resilience, and hope. Tracks like Carry You Home, written for Kuva, Bloodline, with Jelly Roll, Eternity, Troubled Waters, Before You Leave Me, every song pulls from my real life. I even performed Ordinary at the 2025 AMAs, Late Night TV, Coachella, Stagecoach, and then at the 2026 Grammys, where I was nominated for Best New Artist. Standing on that stage, singing my truth in front of the world, it felt like the full circle moment I dreamed about in those cold cars. 2026 has been insane. I won Breakthrough Artist and Song of the Year for Ordinary at the iHeartRadio Music Awards, and I'm headlining the Little Orphan Alex Live and Finding Family on the Road arena tours across Europe and the US. Nights like the one in Zurich, AFAS Dome Antwerp, the O2 London, or the Civic Theatre where confetti rains down and thousands sing every word back to me. Those moments heal something inside. My in-ears failed once during a big show, pure panic, but I kept going because I know every hardship was preparing me for this. Raised Catholic, my faith still guides me. I make music to help people feel less alone. To tell the kid sleeping in a car right now, you'll be alright, kid. I look back at losing both parents young, the homelessness, the doubt my mom planted when she said I'd never make it as a singer, and I realized those struggles were shaping me. Today I'm 25, performing in sold-out arenas, driving a life I never imagined, with Kuva by my side and millions of you in my corner. From eating restaurant leftovers to hearing my songs on wedding dance floors worldwide, this journey has been anything but ordinary. Thank you for listening to my story. If you're going through pain, keep going. Turn it into something beautiful. I did, and so can you. I'm Alex Warren, the ordinary guy who found extraordinary love and purpose through music. See you on the road.
Still walk past, but every fight just taught me this: love is in the silence when we choose to persist. I will carry you home when your feet won't move, when you're so far gone you forget your truth, when the night feels long and your faith feels small.